Well. It's Friday, baby. And before I get into the tea, I want to talk about something that little JD had to say yesterday. Yes, little JD Vance in his toddler pants. The Maybelline queen with future dictator dreams. If that's even his name today. Has he changed it already? Probably so, because he's a poser little bitch boy. But either way, in his attempts to defend his domestic terrorist organization and that man who committed murder in the middle of the streets, I do believe JD accidentally threw him all the way under the bus and ran over him. And as a matter of fact, if you're part of the Frozen crew today or Border Patrol, you might want to tune on in and listen to what I have to say. Because thanks to JD throwing your fellow terrorist underneath the bus yesterday, it's not a good look for any of you. Let me explain. You see, JD, in his attempts to make an excuse for the actions of that terrorist yesterday, he said that he had already been traumatized. He was traumatized from a prior incident where he had been run over by a car. So they put a traumatized officer, armed heavily, back out in the streets, and now a woman is dead today. Do you think the excuse that he was traumatized is going to fly in a courtroom with a jury boot? If he tries to use that as his defense for committing murder, well, then that's going to pass the buck right back to Cosplay Christie for putting traumatized officers out in the street, not sending them home to get some mental health care and relief. Yes, baby. You see how that works? Yeah. He didn't defend that officer, dear. He threw him under the bus, then backed up, beep, beep, and ran right over his ass. So, I think we all know what happens in a courtroom, dear, when a defendant tries to claim that they were traumatized and that's why they got out in the streets and pew-pewed innocent life, boo. Does that ever work out? Are they free from a cell or a padded room? No. No, they're not. You know, it wouldn't just miss good. Over 30 people have died within the custody of the Frozen crew. On New Year's Eve, they unalived Mr. Porter, celebrating the holiday with his family. Last night in Portland, 2